Can you hear that? It's a plane going by. I don't want to mask it because it's really important that you can hear what's known as the outer noise. I mean, the truth is, we are currently starving for stillness and silence. My name is Sylvie Mordini. I'm the founder of Life Inspired, and welcome to the Inspire series. Think about what you crave most in your life. Isn't it quiet? Isn't there an element of peace and silence and calm internally and externally that you're craving the most right now? I get it. We are constantly surrounded by sound and chaos everywhere we go, so much so that those of us that are Generation X or even older that aren't accustomed to all this constant chaos have had to adapt. And maybe some of us have done so more easily than others. But here's the thing. There are two kinds of noise. And there are outer noise and inner noise. And I want to propose to you that the antidote, what we're all seeking, is the power of a sacred pause. The power of pausing. So the outer noise can be defined as all the stuff that we hear externally, like that plane going by when I started this. It's the noise of the traffic on the street. It's the noise of the TV and all the devices that we have that are constantly going off, bells and whistles. And so that constant chaos of external noise has become so habituated that for many of us, we just think that it's normal, that this is just the way life is, and that we constantly need that noise to feel like everything's okay. So if you're somebody that needs to have a TV on in every single room, that gets in the car, automatically turns the music on, that can't work without your headphones and music in your ears, or watching TV in the background while you're working on the computer, I mean, those are signs that you have become completely habituated to think that external noise is necessary to just live life. We're overstimulated by all the outer noise. That's not normal. This is not how all of our ancestors lived. It's absolutely something that is epidemic of the modern world. And if you constantly require some element of entertainment of all this external noise, then that too is speaking volumes about where you're at in your life right now. And the power of pausing may be even more potent for you than someone else. So the other type of noise is internal noise. It's that constant internal chatter and mind talk that's evaluating, that's diagnosing, that's criticizing, that's judging everything that you're doing or not doing and everything that everybody else is doing around you. And of the 60,000 thoughts that scientists tell us that we have each day, if you are just completely involved in that internal noise, like you're trying to solve every single thought that comes into your mind, you're trying to understand everything that comes into your mind, you're trying to get to the end of a thought pattern constantly, then you will be habitually distracted. You will lose all focus, because we can't live in a constant state of inner noise and simultaneously be focused, calm, peaceful, single-minded, ekagrata. So then what is there in contrast, right? Well, There's then outer silence and inner silence. So if we have this outer noise, the antidote is outer silence. What can you do? Well, that's easy. Instead of turning on the TV in every single room, instead of constantly choosing to have music blaring everywhere in your home, in your car, off your laptop, on your smartphone device, can you learn to just turn off all of the extra external noise so that you can literally make time for outer silence? Can you take breaks where you go into nature? And it's not as if nature is completely silent, but it's a lot more silent than being in an urban environment. So for instance, instead of going to the coffee shop and having to surround yourself with all the talking voices and all that busyness, can you go somewhere quiet, turn everything off, and try to get your work done today through outer silence? And even face the discomfort of what outer silence feels like if you're not accustomed to it anymore. But you have a great deal of choice in the amount, the duration, and the volume of the outer silence that you experience. Some of it may be out of our control, but certainly it doesn't have to be incessant. You can decide to turn things off, and we should, right? Constantly bombarding ourselves from one moment to the next and filling our energy and our minds with all this external outer noise is not healthy. It just drags down and overstimulates the nervous system so that we're constantly in fight or flight response. Instead of being peaceful, we're just forced to react and respond and respond and react to all the outer noise. So outer silence, your choice, can make a really big difference to your mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health. Then, if we think of the antidote for inner noise, then there is inner silence. How do you achieve inner silence? Well, I have a program, 21 Days to Calm, that in 21 days will calm your mind. And we do that through mindfulness practices. So mindfulness, meditation, the art of paying attention to what is happening now will help to foster inner silence. And so here, just close your eyes and take a big breath in. Exhale, focus on the breath out your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose, eyes are closed. Exhale out your mouth. Once more. Inhale with eyes closed all the way through your nose to the top of the breath. Exhale out your mouth, keeping your eyes closed. If you want, if you need to, if you have to open your eyes, do so, or keep them closed a bit longer. And just notice within those 3 breaths, there was a moment of inner silence. You were living moment to moment, not over anticipating what's happening in the future, not distracted by 20 different things, but you closed your eyes, you withdrew inward from all the external sensations, senses, and distractions to an inner world that is, if you think of a bicycle wheel, the bicycle wheel as it's turning and you're going down the road is experiencing a new sensation, a new part of the road, another part of the road, the next and the next. It's always constantly changing and in flux. But the very center of the bicycle wheel, as the outside is spinning, the center is still. The outside is spinning, but the center is still. That's that inner silence that amidst the chaos and the noise, if you close your eyes, you focus on the one thing that's happening now, which is one of my favorite meditation prompts, is just to sit and just focus on what's happening now. The taste in your mouth, what's happening now. What thoughts are in your mind, what's happening now. How are you breathing, what's happening now. But staying with what's happening now in the present moment is helping us cultivate the art of paying attention to just right now, the single point. For this moment only exists once in this entirety, and then the next moment, and then the next moment, and then the next moment. So inner silence is cultivated through meditation, mindfulness practice. And I want to teach you so that you know how to quiet your mind for the rest of your life, how to calm your mind, how to slow down time, so that you can know that you have the power to press pause. There's nothing more potent than the power of the pause. And as you watch the power of the pause, you may notice even now as you inhale, hold, and then exhale, hold. That at the top of the breath and the bottom of the breath is that sacred pause. It's that place that is without all the chatter and the noise. And you can find that for yourself, those moments of silence, by closing your eyes, going somewhere and turning things off, sitting in your car for a minute or 2 minutes, and just watching your breath in this moment, watching your thoughts in this moment, and everything will change. You'll find that all that chatter starts to slow down, and then slow down even more. It's like a Polaroid picture that slowly starts to develop, and you can start to see, like, what is that visual right there? Yes, it's that. But you have to just wait, pause. The Polaroid picture isn't like, here, it's done. It needs that moment of massaging, being with it, and then as you pay attention to the Polaroid picture, you'll see all the details develop more and more and more. And it's fascinating if you can do that with your life by learning how to take time to pause. I'm very fond of saying, let me meditate on that. Somebody asked me to decide something, and I used to be an over-responder, an overreactor in the corporate world. And then my boss in England would ask me, as I came to him in panic and like constant states of anxiety, like, oh my God, everybody needs an answer right now. He'd say, will any babies die as a result of the decision you make? I'd be like, no, sir. And that was his way of like teaching me that not every single decision has all this noise and urgency. If I could just press pause, and he would say, take a lap, go for a walk, don't respond today, wait till tomorrow, sleep on it. Lots of different ways that he gave me the same advice over and over. And I would, and 99.9% of the time, whatever the problem was, just disappeared. It went away. People resolved it. It wasn't that big a deal. It was just people's overreactions. And folks thought I was just brilliant. I got more promoted and well thought of and not doing things than I ever had before. So the power of the pause can help you do better in work, in your relationships, at home. To just go meditate on it, or take that lap, or just separate yourself from the situation, even for a minute. And then all of a sudden, you'll find that all the noise that was making it difficult to see clearly goes away. If you just make time for the sacred pause. It's like snow globes, and I love snow globes. And whenever I go into a store and there's snow globes, I want to shake each one, and I do. Shake, 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 shake. And then I stand there and watch all the snow, like shh, and all the snow globes. And I can't see what's inside. I can't tell what's inside the snow globes. I have to just stand there patiently and wait until the snow and the snow globe slows down and then stops. And as it stops, then I can see what's inside. I can see completely, totally clearly with total focus. And in that moment, that's when I know that the outer noise and the inner noise are not the guiding forces. But I'm now connected to that inner silence, and I can make the very best decisions from that place of inner silence. And so can you, if you just make time to pause, to be still and to get quiet. Take a big breath in, open mouth, exhale. I would love to hear from you how making time to pause changes your life, benefits your life. So let me know in comments. Right now, bring hands to heart. Oh, I so want for you that you love yourself, that you love your day, and that you love your life. If this video has inspired you in any way, I would so appreciate if you would click the button below to subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And let me know how this experience of pause works to impact your life. Much love to you. Peace out, everybody.